don't panic, but I think we're hitting the bottom. Welcome to Adventures with the Melvins. We sold everything to sail the world with our two boys, from tropical islands to unexpected challenges. Every week is a new adventure. Let's go. All right, last week on Adventures with the Melvins, we got in a big race. We twanged a little bit of guitar. We did a sailboat tour and had lots of other fun. All right, what are we getting into this week? I need some coffee. Alright, this is the male, and he's showing off for the female. And singing to her.
It's a show off.
Yeah, show off. Yes.
I'm the big man here.
And the female is right there. She's completely ignoring him, and he's mad.
Apparently, it's not that good.
He doesn't have a Ferrari. Yeah.
He's not that good.
No. Hey, buddy. That's cute. He's doing the sexy dance.
Yeah.
All right, here's a little story time. We were in the Exumas and Georgetown, and we were anchoring, and there was 350 boats there. We had to get pretty close to the boats, but a Beneteau is very flat on the bottom and the front, and it swings back and forth on anchor as the wind blows. And lo and behold, another boat came right up beside us, but way too close, and they don't know that. So I thought, hey, I better pull in a little bit of anchor chain so that when I swing back and forth, I don't whack this other boat. Well, I had forgot about one little thing, the tide. So when the tide went up, it pulled our anchor off the bottom, and in the middle of the night, at 3 a.m., we drifted across the entire bay. Here's a look at the navionics charts. If you look at it, we're in deep water. We go across the bay and end up in 3.3 feet of water. The draft on our Beneteau 500 is 6 feet. My wife woke me up at 3 in the morning and said, "Don't panic, but I think we're hitting the bottom." So she peeps her head out of the hatch and sees all the lights from the boats on the other side of the bay. That's not good. So the first thing we do, jump up, look around the boat, realize we really are far, far away. I pull up my navionics chart to see how deep the water is, and it's 3.3 feet. Now, I've been around for a while. Not too much scares me like sinking or running aground. And people that say they never run aground, guess what? They never leave the dock. Now we're in it, and we got to get out of it. We have about 400 yards to go until we get to water deep enough for the boat. God had to look out for us because our boat takes 6 feet. And even at high tide, those numbers weren't good enough to get us out of there. Lo and behold, after a couple of prayers, we made it out and went back to anchor at a spot less congested. Last week I had promised you an inside tour after we did the outside tour. Let's go check out Waymaker.
Okay, this is the salon area, really just your dining room area, but on a boat it's called the salon area. This is called the settee where the seats are. This is my kids' homeschool stuff. They've always been homeschooled, so it hasn't been really much of a difference for them to homeschool on the boat. We have storage here for extra things, food, whatever we want to put in there. Also underneath all these seats and in the back is storage for food. So before we left Florida, we bought a bunch of food because it is very expensive in the Bahamas. So like right here, you can see all the way down the wall and all the way underneath all these seats is storage. That's where like most of our food is. This right here is a cooler slash freezer. You can make it either one. We kind of have it on 50-50 right now. But it's been very handy because these over here are really small. This is a fridge and freezer that we were using. But they're just small and they were drawing a lot of power. So we turned these off. We're not using them right now. And we're just using that big cooler. This is the stove oven. It's on a gimbal. It's called a gimbal stove. So that when you're cooking underway, it won't slide off or fall. Sink, obviously. This is an ice maker, which is a huge luxury thing on a boat because when it's hot and you're thirsty, it's so nice to have some ice, something cold. This right here, you just pull it up and it just has like our pots and pans and plates and extra stuff like that. Right here, there's like the spoons, cups, bowls. So there's this other storage spot. This has to do with like our water valves and our inverter and stuff like that in there. This right here is washing machine. This is also another luxury item. When we had our Hunter 35, we were having to find a laundry mat at marinas and sitting there for 2 hours with little babies at the time. And it was a pain. And then we'd have to drag it all back and forth with the dinghy. So it was a pain. This is really nice. This is how we wash it. And I'll show you in a minute how it's all hooked up in our bathroom back there. But that's how we wash them. And then it actually does a really good job and spins them out. Then we hang them on that little blue clip thing he showed out there, and also on the rails. They dry very quickly because it's very windy, like all the time in the Bahamas. This is just storage too for garbage. That our garbage is in here, so you just pull this open, and that's where our garbage is. This also has storage. All of these things have storage. This is goes to the engine, like if you down in there. Also, this side over here, if you were to pull this out, this is how you get down to the engine. So, like, if he needs to do work there, there's always work to be done on the boat. Just this morning, Jumbo was elbow deep down here fixing our bilge pump, which pumps out when you get water down in there. So he had to get that fixed. I guess I can go back to the kids' room first, and then I'll show you.
Oh, we also have a projector over there. That's a projector.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a screen. It's an 80-inch screen that
and that's a little projector over there, so the kids like to watch movies right there. They also had some buddies over to watch movies before. This is one of the cabins on a boat. It's called a cabin. This is Chandler's room. He has a TV. We have Starlink on the boat, so we can watch things. This is his bed. We put, you know, nice mattresses and good stuff on there. This over here is a composting toilet. That we have in this bathroom. All the other heads on a bathroom, on a boat is called a head, not a bathroom. This is the only one with a composting toilet. The rest of them have regular toilets.
And each bathroom has its own shower. Here's a shower head. You can turn it on and off, and it's makes a shower.
All right, this is Sailor's room. He's sitting in here watching TV right now. He's already ready to go because we're fixing to go somewhere. But anyways, he's watching one of his shows. It's his bed. He also has a bathroom in his. It's a regular toilet style. In here, shower, whatever. The bathrooms are very small on purpose because when you're underway and it's wavy, you want to be able to brace yourself when you're using the restroom or when you're taking a shower. So that's like on purpose. It's supposed to be small, so I know you're probably thinking, wow, those are small bathrooms. But when you're actually traveling on your boat, you need small bathrooms. If you were just a liveaboard, just sitting there at a marina, it wouldn't really matter. But it does matter when you're actually moving around to have a small bathroom. Here is the bathroom here. This one is just a shower. They took the toilet out, so that's just a shower. And then this one over here, this is our TV.
Here's where all the magic happens. Sleep.
This bathroom is a little bit weird because of all the systems in here. So this hose here goes for our washing machine because you have to have an outlet for the water, and then there's another hose in here that goes to the water to put the water in, and this is the hose for the water maker. So this is kind of a complicated bathroom. There's a toilet back there, but it hosts a lot of things. This down here is the water maker. So we make our water from the ocean water. So you take the ocean water, it takes the salt out, it makes it fresh, and filters it out for taking showers, and then we have even more filters for our drinking water. This is just a locker that just holds like coolers and hats and extra stuff.
And the bed is great.
The bed is like a really nice, good mattress. This is obviously storage. This is where our clothes and stuff go. This is just some books and things. This right here is real life dirty clothes pile that we got to get to. Jumbo's guitar. More storage here. And I think that's pretty much about it.
Each room has fans too at night because we don't run. We have air conditioning, but we don't run it. Each one, there's a fan over here and one over here. This thing here is an alarm. If somebody comes on the back of the boat at night, it'll ding us in here. And we have up here we have pepper spray because we don't. You can carry guns in the Bahamas, but it's a pain. Also, there's reading lights where at night you can read, and it does red lights. And
I think that's pretty much it. We also got some other questions, so I was thinking about doing like a quick Q&A type style video because people were asking us like, do we go to marinas every single night, or are we just staying on anchor? They had a bunch of different kind of questions, so I thought I might go over some of those on another video real quick, just because people are kind of continuously asking the same questions, so I just thought we might do that. So if you have any cool questions, you can write them below. All right, thanks guys.
Well, that was the inside tour that I promised. Next, we're going to look at some beautiful sunsets.
have you ever not wanted to get out of bed and you feel like it's a real challenge? I came up with a song.
Thank you guys for tuning in this week on another adventure with Thank you again for following. You should follow 654. Thank you for following along this week. We'll see you next week when we go to Turks and Caicos and see some amazing water. Love you guys. Peace out and God bless you.